do people say about your kids when you're not in the room? As parents, we are the least objective people about our offspring. Of course, they're amazing. And of course, they need our affirmation, praise, and support. But we're obligated to do it. We know they're awesome. We are their biggest cheerleaders. That's the natural way of things. And so when we say, you're amazing, it's like, well, you're my mom. You have to say that. Whenever you try to give them a compliment, it always comes with a caveat because you're not an objective observer. And so, how our kids take praise and compliments from us and how they take them from an outsider tend to be very, very different. And one can actually be more powerful in reinforcing what they believe about themselves and about what they've done and about their accomplishments and about what's possible. I remember my high school English teacher was one of the most instrumental people in me going on to become a writer and really focus on writing. She's like, you have a talent at this. You are gifted at this. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Same thing from my parents. I wasn't able to accept it in the same way that I was able to accept it from this teacher because she was more objective. I remember reading in a parenting book once about using this idea intentionally with your kids, the outsider compliment strategy. The story goes, if you want to reinforce a behavior with your kid, if you want them to keep doing something good that they're doing, have someone else praise that behavior to you while your kid can hear. You have to sort of, plan this out with the other person in advance, or you can actually just say it to someone else. Did you notice how nicely Johnny set the table? Did you see how nicely he's playing with his cousins? And when it comes to tough conversations and getting advice, sometimes your kid is more likely to listen to someone else, a teacher, the cool aunt, grandma, grandpa, than they are to listen to you. This is another reason to have lots of alloparents in your kids' lives. So check out the episode on alloparenting and authority for more on that. Now, this episode is about how to take that don't take my word for it strategy and actually use it to boost your sales. In other words, how to really use social proof. Welcome to Market Like a Parent and Parent Like a Marketer, where we explore the connections between marketing and parenting, and one can teach us about the other. I am Danielle Weil, founder of DW Copy, creator of Launchflow, and I am a mom of 4 living on a kibbutz in Israel. I'm a copywriter, marketing strategist, launch expert that's been responsible for over $100 million in sales over the course of my career. I've been doing this for 20 years. Much of this marketing stuff is already at the ingrained mastery level where I don't have to think about it. And if you've been a parent for that long, some of this parenting stuff is ingrained at that level too. It comes naturally. And if you're newer to starting your own business, if you're newer to marketing, if you're uncomfortable with marketing, what I want to say is that you can take those lessons, those skills that you've developed as a parent, and apply them to marketing to be a better marketer, to do it in a way that feels more authentic. We tend to think of marketing and sales as something that is pushy and annoying and something that has to be done in order to grow our business. No. Let's use the power of the reframe. If we market like a parent, we've got the best interests of our children at heart. That informs what we do, how we make decisions. If we always have the best interests of our customers and clients at heart, we will make the right decisions about our marketing too. That is why today's episode is so important, because we can say all kinds of things about our offer and our product and ourselves. Some of it might be effective. But A, it feels uncomfortable. It's that pushy marketing, I have to sell myself, I don't want to sell myself kind of thing. If you have a product, if you have a business that's not reliant on your specific expertise, it can be a little bit easier. But still, B, people will always be more skeptical if it's you talking about you. She's just saying that because it's her offer. She has to say that. It's her business. How do I know it's true? You need an outside source. You need someone else giving your kid a compliment. You need social proof. You need that random neighbor who saw the nice thing your kid did and told them about it. My daughter, over the course of the past 2 years, has consistently gone to the kitchen, made a batch of cookies, and delivered them to neighbors, specifically to moms of little kids whose dads are off doing reserve duty or for whatever reason not home. She'll go around every couple months, make a batch of cookies, and deliver them around without being asked. Her idea, I say, great. I don't often hear about it until the neighbor comes up and says, wow, the cookies that your kid made were so delicious. So you need that random neighbor who saw the nice thing your kid did and told them about it. And I'm sure they're not just telling me, they're telling her as well. You need the teacher who comments to you on your creative writing assignment. This is A+ work. You are a talented writer. It's one of the best I've read at this level. Keep going. Doesn't that motivate us more than it would coming from a parent or someone who's not objective? This is why testimonials, reviews, and social proof are so important to your business and your marketing. It's you saying, don't take my word for it. I know I'm biased. Listen to all these other people say good things about the products, about the offers. Now, Robert Cialdini, in his book Influence, another one, we'll put it in the notes that you should read, talks about social proof as leveraging the shortcuts that we take in our brain. And his argument is as follows. We as humans are making thousands upon thousands of decisions every single day. And if we did not take shortcuts, if every decision took time and effort to fully understand the context, and we would never get anything done. We'd be frozen. And so in order to make our lives more efficient, we naturally take shortcuts in the brain. One of those shortcuts, for example, is around pricing. If something is more expensive, we tend to perceive it as more valuable, better quality. That is a natural shortcut that our brain will take. Something's cheaper. Oh, why is it so cheap? Quality must be less good. And so social proof is one of those shortcuts that we take in our brain. Oh, other people have left reviews. That must mean it's good. Other people have given it 5 stars. Great, 155-star reviews? Okay. Must be good. Other people liked it and got results. I will like it and get results too. That is the shortcut that happens in the brain. Now let's talk about how to collect and use social proof and reviews. Some of this you might already be doing in your business, but hopefully there will be something here that you're not currently doing that you can start to do that will help increase your social proof. Now, the first one is make sure that your testimonials, your reviews, your proof are in different formats. What do I mean by that? So on your website, for example, have video reviews, have screenshots from texts or from your website or from comments that someone has posted, from conversations, screenshots. You can have text quotes as well. You can have, a quote that someone has said just in text, designed with their face even. You can have screenshots from your Google My Business. You can link to your Shopify reviews. You can link to your Yelp reviews or whatever it is. Make sure that you have those on the page as well. different formats because, again, everyone perceives things and is looking for things in different ways, and also makes it feel like there's an overwhelming amount of proof because there's a variety of different types. So that's one. The next way that you can get more social proof and leverage more social proof is what I like to do in my business, which is to do interviews with clients. And so at the end of my program, I will say, hey, I would love to hop on a quick Zoom call and just chat with you about the experience. Would you be open to that? Most people say yes. We record that. And then I will ask them specific questions about their experience in the program, what things were like before, what things are like now, what they would say to someone who's considering it. And we can then afterwards edit that video into a 2 to 3 minute testimonial video, a case study video. We can use it in its entirety as an interview. And we can also pull text quotes from it. So that one video can be repurposed in a multiple different ways as social proof. So that's why I like doing the interviews. It also means you don't have to chase down someone for a review. You're just asking them to have a conversation. So if your business is based on working with clients one-on-one or in small groups, if you know your people, this can be really effective. If you have a more physical product, you can automate this a little bit more. There are softwares that will do a little video ask review, or you can ask them to post a review on Google via email. If you are listening to this podcast right now and you are enjoying it, please do leave me a review so more people can find it. Make sure that each is cataloged, that you actually know how much proof you have and where you're using it in different places. Okay, so people see different things. So where can you use the proof you're collecting? Where can you use your testimonials and reviews? Everywhere. On the homepage of your website. You can have an entire page on your website that it is what people say about working with us. You can use them in emails, you can use them in social posts, you can post those videos from the interviews, basically everywhere. And here's a specific tip. When you are putting a video review on your website, make sure that you actually give that video a headline or a caption, so that, because not everyone will click on the video button to watch the entire video. And if they just see it without a headline, they won't know what's in it. So even the person scrolling will see the headline, will see the one-liner that is the best part of that review. They're more likely to click on the video to watch the video. And even if they don't watch the video, they get the sense of what's in it. They get the benefit of seeing the quote. So headlines and captions on any video that you're putting out there, whether it's on social, whether it's on your website, wherever you're putting proof, make sure that it is accessible as well. Another side note, if you're using images, you also want to make sure, for accessibility reasons, that you have alt text on that image or on that video to be accessible for people who are not necessarily seeing your video, but are listening to it or using assistive devices to access it. And the most important thing to remember about social proof is you want to let it speak for you. If you appear on media, in articles, if you're in the news, if you have a restaurant and you get reviewed in the paper, take that, repurpose it, use it everywhere in all kinds of different ways. So make sure that you, as much as possible, are letting other people say the things about your business that you want them to say. The power of overwhelming proof. Now, I could have one person compliment me on my writing, and if it's a person I really care about, whose opinion I value, I will take that opinion to heart. And one is great. But if 3 or 4 or 5 people say that to me, the same thing, the same feedback, it gets reinforced even more. And that's another brain shortcut that we have. That quantity of things. Oh, yes, it must be true. More people are saying it. Many people are saying it. The power of the crowd. So having 1 or 2 reviews on your website is great. I once saw a page that I thought was so, so effective. It was essentially a little bit of the details of what it was. I think it was like a 1-day workshop or a retreat or something. And then there were rows and rows of video reviews of participants talking about this workshop. Short videos, 2 to 3 videos. When I say there were at least 15 to 20 rows of 3 videos each. So something like 50 or 60 videos on the page. And after each row, there would be a button to join. Now, I'm not saying go do this with your website. The point that I want to make is, what does that do to someone who's looking at it, who sees row after row after row, and they're scrolling and scrolling? Are they stopping to watch all of those videos? Some people might. Most people will not. But what's happening is you're getting the effect of that overwhelming proof as you scroll. It's really, really powerful. By the time you get to the end, you're thinking, okay, I get it. People really, really love this. I got your point, right? If you haven't clicked the button already, one of the buttons that's there before that. You get it. There's no such thing as too much social proof. If you have it, use it. Make sure that you are letting other people give your business the compliments. Social proof is more powerful than almost anything else in marketing. Anything that you can say. If your customers say it, will be taken much, much more seriously. So back to parenting for a minute. How can you use the outsider compliment strategy to reinforce their positive behavior in a way that makes them go, oh yeah, me, I'm good at this, okay. To build their confidence. So let's think of how you will use that strategy in parenting, and then think of one way that you are going to take from everything that I've laid out for how you can use social proof in your marketing. It really, really is so powerful. Until next time, I'm Danielle Weil. Let's go out there, market like a parent, and parent like a marketer.